Yeah,
We're
it
live.
says the broadcast is live.
All
That's what I
right.
saw on the
Yeah.
screen.
Good deal.
Hello to
Well,
all the zombies out there.
hi. Hi, everyone. Well, I would just wanted to make sure that I, I was telling Ron I am so thankful he got on here with me because I'm still I don't the thing is when something happens and I don't know what it is or what to do about it,
Yeah.
it's so much better if I have another person, And another thing is I just love Ron. So I
Thank you.
really like talking to you.
Uh, so I had problems and I couldn't figure out. I had to figure out all by myself, but my intuition kicked in. Oh, maybe I should try that. And it worked. This is funny thing. It worked.
Yay! Pay attention to your intuition.
Yeah. One time I was talking to Milu. I don't know if you know Milu. Milu is a psychic, medium, clairvoyant guy that he's from Haiti, but
Uh-huh.
he lives in the States. I don't know if you know him,
Okay.
but he came on my
Hey.
channel once. Okay,
Oh yeah?
and we were talking. I said about being intuitive, and I
Yeah.
said, when I get a machine, whether I get a snowblower, whether I get a lawn tractor or anything, I can't read the friggin'
The
the book.
directions?
It says describe. I just hate that. I just throw it away, and then I go by intuition, and that's how I find things. And he says that's because you're very intuitive. You go by intuition. I've done that
Right.
all my life, and I didn't know I was doing it, but now I know.
Right. Well, I was just thinking, okay, I hurt my knee
Yeah, I know.
last week.
Yeah.
And hey Rachel, where's my leg that I brought in here to show? I can't find.
You can't wear it
Oh,
now
there.
because your knee is too sore. Is that it?
Well, what the deal is okay. Can you
I can see. I can see it. Just hold it down a little bit. Down, down,
down,
down again,
down?
down
Oh,
again.
like this?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Now I see the opening. Okay.
Okay. Now on this, I had passed out the other day. Can you
Oh
see?
well.
And that that and this little screw, they were all perfectly lined up.
Yeah.
And now this and this are lined up, but this one it's like 3 millimeters off.
Okay.
And those 3 millimeters put such a twist on my leg
Okay.
that
Right.
I was trying to walk with it, and I stumbled into a door facing and everything, and then I couldn't even put my foot to the floor. My knee hurt so bad, but it
Mm.
was 3 centimeters cocked the wrong way, and those 3 centimeters
Yeah.
did it. And I got to thinking about how that little things can make such a big impact.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
I mean, that's
Even
amazing.
even in our proper energy, just
Yes.
that much off, or I could say something about taking on somebody else's energy. That's not yours.
Right.
It, it could you let it in, and all of a sudden you say, what the hell is that? Because you have to sort of have a discernment, something
Hmm.
about energy. You got to know yourself, but also you got to know where the energy comes from.
Hello, Lynn Janinski and Sharon
Hello.
Sipe.
I just got notice we're live. Kathleen J. Lightworker is live. Yeah, she's alive.
Yay!
So am I.
Well,
Hey,
I mean,
Elvira Rosa. That's, yeah. And Lynn. Hello, hello. So,
hi.
yeah. Hey, look at that little dog, eh? Look at this. That a bit cute. She's all happy birthday on there with ribbons around. That's cute.
Isn't that
Oh
darling?
boy. Yeah, that's like a dragonfly, isn't it? That looks like a dragonfly. Hey, Tierra W. Hello.
Well, what? Okay. How I do my readings. Hi, Ian.
Hi, Vivian.
A phone call. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I just got a phone call and my screen went black. I'm sorry. Um, Rachel,
Hello,
would you
Sharon.
call Nisha Piper phone and tell them I'll talk to them later?
Yeah,
That's my
because
grandchildren.
okay, fine. That's fine. That's fine.
Um, let's see. Oh, there's a bunch of people in here. But what I was saying is um, when I do readings for people,
Hmm.
we discuss the question, and as a lot of times I'll have them give me the question like the night before, and I'll try to break it down into what they really want to know, what their question actually is, because their words that they put out, they're trying to encompass, a complete meaning into that question. And so I kind of I'll either come up with other questions to ask them about their question,
Yeah.
and stuff like that, so that we can get the meat of the problem. And I,
Well,
I just don't see how you can do that on
really,
chat.
it's mini readings. That's what I do. I do mini readings, so I do it right on the spot. I don't
Uh-huh.
have the privilege of 1,000 subscribers yet, so I don't have that on YouTube because YouTube doesn't give it to me because I cannot. People cannot pose their questions in advance on the post. Okay, somebody mentioned we need mods. You can make sure and cite the mod. She's uh, if you can, but you have to go to YouTube with your phone instead of your here.
Oh.
Yeah, you see what I mean? You did it
I,
before.
I'm Yeah, I made
You made me a moderator, I think,
I made
or
you a moderator, I
I
think.
think, and
And
Sheila,
Mims,
yeah, Mims. Okay, okay,
you know.
but you can make
But
Sharon Sipe is a mod all over the place. She's even a moderator for me.
yeah,
So and the Vivian too.
okay. Well, I'll try to um get on the big computer
Yeah.
and do that. Or actually, I may have Rachel do that. I'm take a list, and she's over there. She'll
Okay.
be back after she calls me. She'll tell her not to call me right
No,
now.
she has to go to YouTube. Has to
Uh-huh.
go to the video of YouTube. Then she
Mhm.
clicks the three dots at the end, and
Uh-huh.
there's options. When the options open up, you click Add Moderator.
Okay,
Okay.
so Sharon Sipe.
Yeah, and Vivian for now. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, Janet P is here too. Oh, hello.
Hello, Janet.
Yeah, you can make her a moderator too. Oh,
Yeah, Vivian and Janet.
yeah, Janet P.
Okay, P.
Yeah.
Okay. Um, Rachel, will you make Sharon Sipe, Vivian, and Janet P. Moderator on there? I will try to figure this out. Okay, my daughter is going to try to figure out how to do that. There's three little dots over
At the end of the person's name.
at the end of a person's name. I figured it out. Vivian? Yes, Vivian, Sharon Sipe, and Janet P.
Yeah.
Okay.
You click on the
Let's.
dots, and options will open up, and then you make Add Moderator. You can see it in the list.
Okay. Well,
You can't
um,
do it. You can't do it on Streamyard. You have to do it on YouTube.
right. That's where she's at.
Okay.
Well,
just to keep the
What?
trolls away because there's I was on who was on it? I forget. Oh, Jig Brother, I was on today. A bunch of trolls came into. The other night I was on Nasty
Oh,
Woman Turo. There was a
yeah,
bunch of trolls came in, and we were there.
yeah,
Up,
yeah. I, I think those, the ones where they, just the same message,
yeah, yeah,
boom,
that's what
boom.
I'm talking about. Yeah,
I think that's those are the bots. I
yeah,
think that's what somebody said.
yeah.
Uh,
Oh, and Kate Karen, welcome, welcome.
Hi.
Hello. Say hi to everybody.
Um, well, I just wondered that because to me, how I perceive
Mhm.
the energy is each each time I'm concentrating on it, each time it's like I'm creating a pathway between me and the question.
Mhm.
So I just I don't know. I'll do the YouTube readings and the fast chat readings, but I don't feel the surety of what I am
Where you get?
producing because I don't have that that pathway. I mean, all my readings do seem to everybody's jives with it, but I don't have that. I know that this is their this answers their question completely. You know what I'm trying to
Well,
say? So I
yeah.
guess I'll just
Okay,
have to.
I gotta tell you my version. Okay, my
Hmm.
version is that I always knew, no matter where you go to get a reading, there's not one person in this friggin' world that's 100% on every reading, and you will never
Right.
get 100% from anybody. Okay.
That's
Now,
true. That's
I've
true.
had a person tell me that I was 90% on her reading, and I was blown away. I almost fell off my chair because it was
Right.
quite high. Usually, you don't get that high. You don't
Right.
usually what I've saw. The only thing I trust what messages come to me, the feeling I get, that's how
Yeah.
I do it.
I do too.
And then if it works out, it works out. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I don't worry about it. I'm not there to be perfect. I'm there just to listen what's coming to me, you see. So the comments
Right.
come in the chat, and the person said, does that resonate with you? I say, does that resonate with you? And sometimes I get comments and say, you're right on, or something like that, which
Hmm.
is pleasing to the heart, my heart. Okay.
Right.
And because the comments are important, because we don't know when
Right.
we're getting like messages, we don't know the person. Like I said,
Right.
stuff personal of a person, what's going on in her life, and I'm not there. I don't even know her. You imagine that?
Right.
So that's how it happens. But I'm not saying that I hit the nail every time. I don't know.
Right.
It depends on the comments that come out. So I mean, most of
Okay.
the people in the chat are empaths themselves. They
Mhm.
got intuition. So just being truthful, it's a lot.
Well, I mean,
People
I
know that. They know your energy. When you're being truthful, they know. They can feel it. If you're fake, they'll know it too. I can tell you
right.
that. Yeah.
Right. I just was so concerned
Oh,
about that because, you know,
Ali's here.
I'm
Ali,
one
hi.
of those. Hi, Allie. I'm one of those
Hello.
people. I'm one of those people that it's like, okay, I understand this. I take the question and break it down, and we talk about it, and then we, go. But I'm one of those people that I have always that's how I approach anything. How if I have to figure it out and then do it. I have to be comfortable in my zone. And with doing this on YouTube with people scrolling by
Mhm.
and asking questions, and you can't ask them any questions about well, how is this going to affect you? How do you want me to make this more of a financial reading? Do you want me to make this more of a love reading? What, you know, and
Well,
what do I need to concentrate on when I'm asking the question? That has been
yeah.
my
Because
um
I don't do it that way. I because it's too much pressure on me. I don't want to do that. I don't want the pressure. So I just throw it out there what I get, and I trust what's coming. That's all. The
right.
person, the person. Sometimes I've been asked about love situation, and I'm into something
Mhm.
else completely with my cards
Yeah.
and with my intuition. Now,
Hmm.
then, I, you know, then the person says, "Oh my God, you hit the nail. Yeah, I am going through a difficult time, and it was all about love, love question. I was pulling something out because it comes from the
I
past, or
see.
it comes because of people going through some stuff. You know,
Wow.
because
Well,
you
I
don't want
mean,
to go too hard on that
you
and stuff.
and you never know
No,
what may be affecting their ability to enter a love relation may have been something actually from their past,
yeah, that's right.
and that's
It's
so
like
I completely
if
understand
you got an old baggage and then you go
that.
into a
Hmm.
new relation, you bring the old baggage into the new relation. It does. It's the same old cycle.
Right.
It turns around. So you need, but I mean, people have their space. They have their time to evolve. Each one of us
Right.
are unique. So I mean,
Well, do we have any questions?
and besides that, like Ali said, it just remember it's all entertainment. You can only read the cards you pull. She's right
Yes.
about that. You can only pull what's coming to you. Now, if it resonates, it does. If it doesn't resonate, look what happens. Sometimes
Hmm.
it resonates to somebody else in the chat.
That's true.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm not worried about that because I've been doing it for a little while. So at first, you always want to be. I was scared a little bit because I had trust issues because I got abused when I was young. So when you get abused, you have trust issues and you have self. Your self confidence is low, so
Self-esteem.
you're
Hmm.
afraid to be wrong. You see what I mean? So
Yeah. Yeah.
and
See,
I'm yeah,
that's where I come from too, because I was, because of my leg, because of um, my father was an alcoholic, because of all these
yeah,
different things.
yeah,
I always I have to understand the question completely and then do the reading, because that fear of of being wrong, I want to dial in on the
yeah,
exact energy,
yeah.
so
But But remember, I think you heard me before, eh? I was raised by two alcoholic parents, two of them, and I'm a unique son. So I had a rough ride, but guess what? I could help a lot of people with that.
yeah.
I understand. Okay, I understand.
Yeah.
So if I can get past it, you can get past it. A lot of people can get past that.
Yay, Janet P. She I donated a reading to Tarot Love Community, and she got it. And so
Wow.
for her angel story,
Hmm.
oh,
A lot of people
okay.
here ask questions. When they ask questions, they don't expect you to be 100% right on.
Let's see. Let's try this one. Let's wonder if the Supreme Court will put a hold on the Texas abortion law.
Oh my
Okay, I'll
God,
read on.
I don't do politics. Yeah, I'm a Canadian. I
Okay.
don't do politics, but I can pull a couple cards on that. So
Okay.
I'll just pull
Will
cards on
the
it. But
Supreme Court
I mean, usually I don't do politics.
will the Supreme Court?
but I'll do it for fun, just for you guys. I know nothing about that.
Will the
Oh,
Supreme Court
oh, I
put a
think I
hold
heard Milu
on
talking about
Texas
it today.
abortion law?
I'm not sure. Yeah, maybe.
Will the Supreme Court?
Whew, I'm getting hot
Hey,
again.
Rach, would you come here and get this one card? It fell on the floor.
Hey,
It fell face up.
ask
Yeah.
your daughter to put heart and soul connected as a moderator too. Ali.
Oh, okay. Did you hear him? Will you put Heart and Soul Connected as a moderator too, please? Oh boy.
We'll
Well,
get you started.
I'm gonna put these back into
Okay.
the
Oh, you got
my
the same
deck.
cards as me. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. This is the card. The Four of Swords is the card of. If you can see, she's even got bruises.
Yeah.
It's a card of actual going into recovery, that kind of energy, and that just fell out. So I'm going to continue shuffling, but
That
it,
that that
it's a
card
scary card.
that card for me is the rebirth card because you see
Hmm.
she's all like this. So you, I guess, yeah. I had those cards too. It's called the
The
cards you're
Light
using
Seer's
is same as
Tarot.
mine, eh? The late series.
Yeah.
I just
Hmm.
I just love those cards.
Texas. We put on hold with the screen. Texas abortion laws. We put on hold with the screen.
Uh,
Okay.
okay. I think I heard Biden on the news. I think he said something about
Oh, thank goodness.
going against that what they did there in Texas, abortion
Yeah.
law or something. I think he mentioned
Okay.
something. That's not my intuition, by the way. I heard it on the news. So sorry about that.
Okay. Well, the good thing is um, we have the Two of Cups like a commitment. The Lovers, which is duality. So they're they're trying to. It, cooler heads will prevail because this has the Knight of Cups, bringing you an offer. So there, it's. I don't know if I don't think it will be held up as it stands because I've got, here's the devil and, he's insisting,
Oh,
but I've got the Knight of Pentacles walking away trying to, so I don't think that it will stand as it's written. I think that they will have to make some adjustments.
okay. I'm going to show you the cards I got. It resonates with what you just said.
Really?
Yeah. So usually I'm a Canadian. I don't do politics at all. I never. But I said I pull a couple cards. Okay. I got the Queen of Wands, which is creativity. Okay, new
Mm-hmm.
creative people will get involved in this. Okay, and
Mm-hmm.
besides that, I have the Emperor. So that's divine masculine energy or divine energy, if you want, becomes will help in this process. Okay, this will change. It's not going to stick. I don't think it's going to stay because I got the Eight of Wands, which is look at the energy, different energies. There's new energy coming into it. It will automatically. There's something coming that will change the whole picture of that
Mm-hmm.
what it is today. So what you just said, it's the rest. What you just said it resonates with me. What you just said. Funny thing, I pulled those cards. So
Oh my gosh. Allie said, I hope so because the law means people will get $10,000 reward for turning in women. And I
oh,
don't think
uh,
that's going to stand.
that's not gonna stand. Look, the old energy is going away. There's new people with brains. Excuse me for saying that.
Mm-hmm.
With better how would I say, better, uh, higher energy or whatever you call it. I don't know how to put it, but I mean, they will, people will fight for the rights. I'm telling you, people will fight for their rights, and it will
I
change. Whether you're
I
in,
Well, I did not know anything about that because I spent the whole day. Um, and my hair doesn't look like it now, but I did try to curl it and all that kind of stuff. But I live in Oklahoma heat, so it's flatter than dishwater.
okay, you know, we're going forward.
Wow.
We're we're going forward with peace, love, energy. There's a
Right.
lot of people working up. Nobody in that awakening will accept these things. This energy is going out, whether you like it or not. Is dying. Is going to go out, and everything's going to change. Now,
Yeah.
heart and soul connected. So that's right. It's interesting because Ron knows nothing about it, and that makes it even more interesting. She's got a quite a
Yeah.
humor.
Well, I knew that if anybody was going to be ridiculous,
Gee.
it would be Texas.
But I tell you what, the people that are doing that, I can tell you something. This the people will remember, and
Yeah.
whether I think you're talking about Republicans, okay? Uh,
Hmm.
I think they will remember and they'll regret it because they're going to be put out of office. Some people are going to get booted out because people
Yeah.
will vote
Well,
them out
it,
eventually. So I don't know. I mean, I'm just saying what
I
I'm
mean,
saying
I
because
mean,
it comes to
the
me as
thing that makes me so angry is this issue was
yeah,
already taken care of a long time ago.
yeah,
But we
yeah.
didn't need to revisit it.
No,
Ugh. But anyway,
these people want to stay in power. These people don't give a hoot about serving humanity. They only give a
right?
hoot about what they go in their pockets. And if you
Yeah.
think United States is like that, we have some in Canada too.
Hmm.
Just remember, our politics is not uh, angel politics. Like, wow, we got some stuff going on here with scandals and everything. So you know. We
Well,
need something in this world that people put people with instead of the ego have the heart and soul into it so they will serve humanity. We're here to serve humanity. So anyway,
let me see.
here I go with
Let's go do it with Andrea. I need to.
Andrea.
Hey, Rachel, will you scoot this thing just a little bit closer? I'm having to stretch to touch the
The screen.
because I touch a yeah,
You too far? Oh, there
yeah,
you
too
are.
far.
Yeah,
There we are.
you look a little bit
Because
better when you're close up.
well,
Me, I could stick my face right into the screen almost, but no.
I the thing was I my arms were too short. I couldn't reach the screen to touch on people's.
I want to thank you for all the people that showed up, all your
Yeah,
subscribers, and I
thank you
know
so
what.
much.
Yeah, this is her first live with another person like me. So, you know.
Well, I had Allie on last week,
Oh,
or
you did?
not last week. It was the week before that. I
Okay.
had Allie on, but um, you're you are my first guest. It was kind of like begging her to. I said, I came on your channel. Come on mine, please. That was kind of the trade off.
But she came on my channel last Saturday,
Yeah,
Ali. Yeah, but
oh, I'm
but she
better.
Ali's like me.
Um,
She likes to support everybody. She likes to unite everybody. She's like me. So I mean,
yeah, I kind of jiggered the. Nice. I have tech support. Yeah, I got my daughter to. to come over and be
Well,
my
I'm glad
tech
she's there
support.
too, because yeah, well, ugh.
Oh, Andrea, I'm feeling better. I was just talking about um, my leg. I was trying to show the see how they're lined up. Well, the third one was supposed to be lined up as well, and that puts the pitch of my toe a certain way. Well, the other day I had passed out because my blood sugar got too low because I'm a hypoglycemic person.
Mhm.
My blood sugar isn't too high. I have to be careful what I eat because my blood sugar is so low. And so I passed out and I didn't think anything of it, and I kept trying to walk, and I, wound up stumbling into a door facing and all that kind of stuff, and I couldn't figure out what was wrong. And I didn't, injure the knee. I My leg was out of kilter, and so I couldn't put my leg down in it and walk. I mean, at all. I couldn't stand it because of the knee pain. So I got an old leg out of the closet. People always laugh whenever I talk about this, but I got an old leg out of the closet and put it on, and my knee was sore then, but I could put it to the floor and continue on. So I had I'm gonna have to have this one adjusted, but I kind of have lost enough weight to where that it doesn't really fit right anyway. So,
Don't forget the thumbs up, guys. Don't forget the thumbs up.
but yeah, does anybody else have any questions?
Hello, Sheila Inquisitive Tarot is here too.
Hi, Sheila. Aw, this is a great group of YouTube presenters. That's so sweet. I feel like I don't know what I'm doing at
Don't worry
all.
about it. We're all here to help you.
But if anybody has any questions, we'll be happy to read on them.
Yeah, I can read on it. Give me a newspaper.
Yeah. I am doing great. My knee has just gotten better every day since I took away the problem,
Yeah.
you know, and everything. It's just it's getting better every day. I mean, I still walk with a cane and I'm very careful. Like coming out here to the Zoom studio, I had my daughter push me in the wheelchair across the uneven ground so that, when I got to the ramp to come on up, I just walked up the ramp because it's a lot easier to do that than it is to walk over gravel and stuff.
I want to say thank you to your husband for coming on when he did last time.
Oh, well,
That was
he is
cute.
a
That it,
sweetie.
yeah, that little video he did there. So
Hmm. He is a sweetie. He really is. And was he in the chat? His YouTube channel is Santa's Workshop, and I don't know if he
oh
came
yeah, I
decided
saw him
to.
at first. Santa's workshop. I didn't know it was him. Sorry about that.
Yeah, he plays Santa Claus,
Oh,
and or he is Santa Claus. Excuse me.
oh. I got
And
my I got my own workshop. I do woodworking. I made my own kitchen cabinets myself.
well, see that's awesome. That's
Yeah,
that's the kind of thing he works on cars. He does body work, mechanic work,
yeah.
and he does woodwork. He made his Santa cane,
Yeah.
and it was
I re-
so cool.
I repair my own machinery too, so I do that. So anyway,
Okay, my
I like
question. My grandmother passed when I was young. Let's see. Let's do this here.
Okay.
My grandmother passed
Hello,
when I
Andrea.
was young. I young just showed up
My
how to
grandmother
develop
passed
relationship.
when I was
So
young.
um
Just showed up.
you're
How to develop? Ah, she's asking. What?
you're
Just showed
having
up.
you're having a you're having a mediumship like a relationship, or how who passed when I was young just showed up how to develop relationship. I mean, if you are making contact with her, yes, you're going to want to ask questions and all that kind of stuff. But I'm thinking it may be more of a just her loving energy is what you need right now. Her, like Ron says, that unconditional love.
Hmm.
Your soul is craving that. So
Yes.
that can be why you don't really feel that you're communicating with her as in verbally, but let's see. But I will throw cards on it, but that was just what I felt. It was
Actually, every human being on earth craves for unconditional love, and I'll tell you why.
right.
Okay, I'll tell you why. Because people are waking up, and when they wake up, the veil is very thin, and every soul that had a reincarnation, other lives, remember what unconditional love is. It's coming up, and there's a difference
Well,
between unconditional love and conditional love. Conditional love is very easy. You love me, I love you. You're nice. It's okay. But when you get into
yeah,
the more difficult or people difficult relationship, well, that's when the conditional love kicks in. The ego,
right,
because the conditional
right.
love is part of the ego. Unconditional love is way beyond that.
Yeah, it really is. It's just you. I don't. It's hard. I was a nurse before I had the uh, aneurysm, and people always ask me how I took care of prisoners that had done this, and this, and how I, you know, and the bottom line was it was all human beings that I was working on. It didn't matter who they were, what they did. It
Hmm.
was always another soul that I was
Yeah,
working on.
yeah.
And that was how I dealt with, you know, I was, there was quite a few people that I had personal things with, but that didn't, when they were walked in the door of the ER bleeding, it didn't matter who they were and what they said or anything like that. That didn't come through. Uh, she said, Andrea said, when I was little and knew she was going to die the day she died. So it may just be that you have a very, very strong
Connection.
um, connection. How do you develop a connection with her?
She's already connected to her. She's already
Yeah,
there. Yeah,
yeah,
she's
yeah.
always been. She asked, "Can you please read if she comes through?" Like I said, she's already there.
Okay, okay, okay. First off, you got the Page of Swords. All the pages are young. So this is going back to your childhood. But this one has to do with um, the see the light bulbs. She is it's mental agitation, and that may be your clue as far as you wanting to connect really well. You might try that connection after you've meditated. You, you know, because also we've got the high priestess, and she has see these wispy things coming out of
Oh,
coming
Jesus.
down to her head.
You wouldn't believe what I pulled. Look, look,
Yeah,
look.
yeah.
Jeez.
So what I think what it's telling you is that when you put these two together with mental agitation, mental energy, and you've got um, the high priestess, I think maybe part of your block is calming that mental energy down,
Yeah, yeah. That's it.
calming yourself down,
Yeah.
because here is I got the community, the celebration, the um, the loving between friends, and I know that's it because I've got the um, confusion about choices card. But with the Queen of Swords, you cut through all the BS and calm your mind, calm yourself. Creativity is one of the best things in the world for this. I mean, you can really um, get into that calmer state to then meditate on it or whatever by first using creativity.
Mhm.
But what you got,
Be
Ron?
I was trying to tell her be open to even dream because she could come in a dream. She had messages because what I got one card the same as you, but the other two cards I pulled three cards, and I got you are connected. She's coming through. You see the two. Whoops,
Uh oh.
what happened there?
My
I
phone came out of
oh
my
Jesus.
phone came out of the thing. Okay.
It
Okay,
became a projectile.
My phone became a projectile. Yes.
okay, because I thought you fell out of your chair and I was scared, scared that you the crap out
Sorry,
of me.
no, I
Look,
didn't fall
I
out.
got the two cups. This is you are connected to your grandmother. Your grandmother, I said at first, she's always around you. She's there. So
Mhm.
no doubt about that. And I got the same card as Kathleen, the high priestess. You see? So that is divine feminine energy. Listen to your intuition. But like she said, you got to calm down your mind. And you got the sun card, which is a big yes. You know, you were
Yeah.
asking if she comes through.
Illumination.
If she comes through, then you got the sun card. That's a positive yes. That's a big yes. She does come through.
Awesome.
Except, except, like Kathleen said, you need to calm your mind down. You see, maybe meditation, take a walk. I don't know if you're where you're at, but take a walk in nature. Give yourself a little space for yourself.
Well, I mean,
Quiet your mind
it
down. Do
it's
things
so
that
hard
do
because
things that
we have some.
yeah, do things that pleases you. You know, uh, and make sure you take care of yourself. Okay, but
Right. I
this
mean, it's
thing
so
this thing
hard
goes round and
in
round
this
and
day and
round sometimes,
age.
and yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that hamster cage that goes around and around. It's so hard to control it
Yeah.
these days. It's just like you have all these negative messages coming at you from everywhere, and you're supposed to keep your vibrations up. I mean,
But you know how often do you get two cards the same? You pull one card, I pull the other one, is same card, the high priestess. Oh my God. So, so I hope that resonated with you, Andrea. And thank you for your question and many blessings to you and your family and your loved ones.
like and subscribe, please.
Yeah. Subscribe. It doesn't cost anything to subscribe. Hit the thumbs up. Subscribe to all of
Yay!
us. I'm subscribed to so many people. I got about 25, 30 people, I guess, I'm subscribed to. I can't watch
You're
them
welcome,
all,
Andrea.
but I like to
You're
share and help everybody. I like to be there for everyone. So, you know, everybody needs their channel to grow. Whether you're subscribed
but
to
yeah,
20, 25, it doesn't cost it.
oh, that's another thing. Janet P has a good point. Um,
Yeah.
a lot of times, my guides. I mean, I'll have conversations in when I'm meditating, but a lot of times, um, I visit with them and with my grandmother and all kinds of stuff in dreams. Yeah.
Mhm.
So you need to start a dream journal. Just have it right beside your bed to write it so fast because the it you kind of remember the dream, sort of, but right the second you wake up, you remember so much more of it.
Yeah. I want to say something about dreams, okay? Because
Hmm.
my grandfather died. He was 77. He's on the other side. Now I had a
Uh-huh.
dream about him, and I got to tell you something. If you think he's going to come back and you're going to see a 77-year-old guy, you're wrong. Okay, he came back in his 40, 45 something, and I looked at it, what? And I recognized him, but he was a lot younger than when he
Hmm.
died. So people on the other side don't come back. If they die 199, you say you don't. That surprised me when I first saw it like that. I said, but I knew it was my grandfather. It's funny. I
Right.
knew. Yeah. So, so don't expect them to come back at the age they died. They won't. They'll come back in the age like.
I
And
mean,
everybody says it. Oh, I wanted to say something about something. Okay, before we go on, if you don't mind. Uh, last on my Saturday live, I mentioned this. I saw somebody with near death experience on another channel. I don't know if it's Joy All Knowing. I don't know which one that did an interview with somebody that near death experience.
uh-huh.
And what she said, it so much resonated with me. She said she had a near death experience and she came back with a message. Same message as I'm doing with love, unconditional love. But she said it's very important for the future that people start important to love ourselves.
Hmm.
I'm not meaning get self-centered. I mean love, taking care of you simply, taking
Right.
care of yourself. You can continue to love others, but make sure you love yourself, accept yourself, because you're a magnificent, beautiful person, whether you know it or not. Okay,
Right.
okay, that's
Right.
what I'm
I
saying.
mean, it's so.
Yeah,
Well, okay, okay. This goes back to little changes that make a big difference, like on my leg, because I realized one day that the way I talk to myself, if anybody talked to my loved ones, my children, my husband, the way I was talking to myself, I mean, it would have been there would have been a fight going on, you know. I mean, I would have had definite words with
yeah.
them for saying what they were saying, and
Okay,
so that was the one of the things I did was to try to make that adjustment so that I quit, I stopped.
because part of being loving yourself is being aware
Hmm.
how you talk to yourself. It's very
Yes.
important. If you talk to yourself like, "Ah, nah, 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 nah," you know, because me when I was younger, I was told I was stupid. I was told a bunch of stuff, and then I stopped believing it. So I changed the cassette that was turning around in my head. So I stopped talking to myself like that, and started talking
Right.
to myself otherwise. So it's very important to start loving yourself, to
Hmm.
check what you're telling yourself, what you're when you open your mouth, you're talking about yourself, especially when you're alone with yourself. You wouldn't say that
Hmm.
in front of people, but sometimes you would, but
Right.
sometimes you won't. You see, But the most important, when you're all alone, watch what you say to yourself. You see, it's very important.
Well, I mean, as far as keeping our energy up, that's one thing that I think the negative energy coming from the world.
Yeah,
If we do not have that barrier in place of, okay, I'm not going to talk about myself. I'm not going to, you know, or having a deal in place of whenever I wait, like waiting in line, waiting at a stop sign, waiting at a red light, blah blah blah, just little wait times. I am going to think of something either I'm grateful for or
yeah,
I am like a cute thing my dog did or anything like that to keep our thoughts from going to the negative.
yeah.
The energies, the negative energies. See, how do you think we need to protect ourselves from negative energies? Might be a cool question. Um, I, uh, this is just me. I try I mean, I wear all kinds of the beads and the crystals and all that kind of stuff. But for me personally, the biggest thing I can do to protect myself from negative energies is have my shields in place because I am an empath, and if my shields are not in place, I mean, sometimes it they have to be there. I mean, they just because otherwise I am overwhelmed. I cannot function in society.
Yeah.
So they have to be there. But I don't know of any way to protect myself as far as keeping them away from me anyway. But those shields, that barrier, I mine is a pyramid around me. The um, I fill it full of Reiki light, and it is impenetrable for um, negative energies to come in. So I don't, and that see that's the problem. Most things I can tell you how I do it, how to do it, but this because I did this at automatically when I was tiny. I don't know how exactly I did it, so I don't know.
I don't think you need to explain. First of all, everybody's unique, and everybody needs to find their uniqueness, how to protect themselves from, you know.
Let's see what another question. Well, I mean, it's just my I have had to strengthen them tremendously,
Yeah.
and I've been kind of struggling trying to shore them up because I don't know how I did it. There's no way on God's green earth I could have functioned as a nurse if my empathic abilities, whenever I read uh, someone, had been kicked in. You know what I'm trying to say? So it's like layers, and I do it, and I don't know how I up it and down it and all that kind of stuff because it's a natural phenomenon.
She said Andrea was one of my. Andrea said one. No, Janet P said Andrea one was a niece that was murdered, and she wanted to join me in Andrea meetup. Oh boy.
Oh my goodness!
Ooh. Yeah.
Wow, that is so. Oh, that is just beautiful. I mean, I just that's one of those awe
Lynn said.
inspiring things.
Lynn Janiski. I hope I said her name right. Anything bad energies coming towards me gets transmuted. That's how my guides explain my shield. Yeah, you get.
That is really,
And
yeah.
besides that,
I think
uh, shadow work, whatever you can call it, dark side. When they see the light, guess what happens? They run away. They run because you're shining the light. Imagine you're going in a closet that's really, really dark. Shine a light, you'll see everything. Open the door and it's dark, you see nothing. Put a light in it,
right.
you'll see it just goes wham, just like this. This is my way of seeing you can, you know,
Well,
because
I mean,
light scares the dark side.
that,
Anything like
see,
that.
and that is the reason. Actually, you're saying that. That
Yeah.
is the reason why that I really love um, shadow work and shadow readings, but I don't like the name because you automatically, without thinking, said shadow work,
Yeah.
and that's the connotation. That's where your mind goes. But what it is it's you're examining all parts of your yourself, which includes the shadow that you cast. And the reason why they phrase it that way is because usually as human beings we don't want to see bad traits in ourselves. We ignore them, and so they're like a shadow always following us around. And so the name means what it is. It's that shadow that we don't want to look at. But at the same time, people automatically go, "Oh, I don't want any kind of shadow reading." That's. But it's one of the most healing things for personal development that there is. Oh, I'm trying to read all these.
Yeah, me too. It's interesting, eh? Really? I just love all the people that are here because they're our soul family. You know, this is the soul family.
Right. Um, says when I did Andrea Galvin says when I did a shamanic journeying, there's a place called the Void, and I've heard of that.
The void, yeah, me too.
Uh, I realized it was limbo. Women who had traumatic death was stuck there. Mm, that must have been tough, Andrea. Golly. Well, yeah. Uh, Allie from Heart and Soul Connected. It can also be our positive traits that we don't look at or we don't see in ourselves just because
Yeah,
we think. And see, that's what my problem was. I um, automatically thought that, like when the pandemic hit, I automatically thought that everybody was going to follow the rules and wear a mask and everything because that makes sense to me. And you know they don't. And I was just kind of, for one thing, I was horrified, but for another thing I was floored that everybody doesn't have my outlook on um, the value of human life. And it it for me it was really really something. It's like my faith in humanity was shaken
mhm.
because of that, you know.
Well, the most important value you have on this earth is love. I can't put it
Yeah.
any other way because when you crossed over, I've been there. So when you cross over, you think your value is going to be a house, your car, your money, or because you were a big boss or you were a president. Nothing that doesn't even matter, because on the other side, it's pure unconditional love, and
Well,
there's life reviews. So whatever you,
and
but the most love you did, the most love you share with people here right now, that's the important part, because that's the connection on towards everybody on the other side, even
I'm
here.
trying. I'm
Yeah.
trying to remember which uh, live stream I was on. The nasty women were on that, but I don't think it was. It wasn't their. I think it was Allie's. Um, but they said um, there was a question about the male dominance going to be the same, on the
Oh,
other side as it
yeah, I
is here.
remember that question. Yeah, it was
Right,
hard.
right.
Yeah, it was on Nasty Woman Tarot. I was
And
there, but I'm not on the chat on live. I was in the chat, and
right,
I said, I know that
yeah,
on the other side it's not like that. But the person that asked the question was suffering
right,
from that. So, you know,
yeah,
anyway.
yeah. Oh, I understood, but um, I was watching the replay and I was just like floored that uh, I felt so much awe, but it wasn't like, oh, bow, bow. It was just such a beautiful sight, so, breathtaking and everything. But I didn't feel any kind of dominance. I didn't feel any kind of of negativity at all.
No, no,
I
neither.
just felt, I just felt, like, oh my God, this is so glorious. It's just so, was nothing, there was nothing that made me think of servitude or dominance.
Even the words we say doesn't explain
Mhm.
what's on the other side.
Yeah,
There's no words
yeah,
to it. I mean, the feeling is
uh-uh.
overwhelming. The experience, I mean, it lasted all my life. So I was young when I had the near death experience, but it's still there. It's fresh in my mind. It's still there. So I still talk about it.
Let's see. Did, did we have did we have anybody ask any questions for us to draw cards on? I'm just trying to keep up with the conversations on here.
Yeah, but when you got a lot of people, you can't follow the whole chat because you go crazy. I mean,
Yeah, that's true.
you know.
Well, I mean,
Oh, she
it's
says, Lynn says, I love hearing your experience, Ron. Yeah. I've explained it a couple of times. You know, I was lucky. I had okay. I was with Anne Marie last Saturday, and I was telling her I knew somebody named Anne Marie before she died. Okay, this person I was in a conference where we're having spiritual reunion. This is before the COVID, and her name was Anne Marie, and I told her that I'd been on the other side, and I said I got images and I got the feeling. She said I don't have images. I only feel things, but I don't have the images. I said, she said to me, "You're lucky. You got images. I wish I had images." Okay, because what she was going through, and
mm,
she died. So I told her about that experience I
mm,
had, but I guess the before she died, she got the chance to see her daughter have a little baby, and before she died, the baby was born, and she had a chance to hold her in her arms. I saw it on YouTube. I saw the video because I was friends with her. That's why. So I saw all this before she died. That was amazing to see. See? So
yeah. Well, I mean, anytime when my dad died, my dad, he would never hold a newborn because he was too scared. They're so fragile, and he was
yeah,
a mechanic. you know, and with he had big arms and muscles and all this kind
yeah,
of stuff. So
yeah,
he wanted them to be about, you know, big enough to hold their head on their own, and then he would play with them, you know, nonstop. And he knew that he was going to die,
yeah.
that he wouldn't make it until she was big enough to play with him. And my daughter, Rachel, he held her when she was a baby, and he was so amazed because of, you know, he because he would never hold newborns. He was amazed with
Yeah.
how light, you know, how light she was, and everything. And it was something that I will never forget. And I've always told Rachel that she didn't get to meet him, but she was his only grandchild at that time. Now, my sister had one other, but she's the only grandchild who didn't get to meet him, but that he actually held.
Hmm.
You know, I mean, they met as a baby, but
Yeah.
she didn't have any memory of him. And I don't know, there's something about doing that, you know, a soul that's leaving, holding a soul that just entered the world.
Oh, it's
That's just poignant. I mean,
when
it
I
just
when I
holds.
held a baby in my arms, not only my own, but I mean somebody else's baby. When I had them in my arms, you know what I felt? The innocence. You look through
Yeah.
their eyes, and they're looking at you like, "Wow!" Their eyes are all sparkly. Man, what a feeling! And the babies I usually that I picked up in my arms, they're so comfortable with me. When it wouldn't be funny, I just make faces and they start laughing. So I don't know what they see something in me that I don't know.
Let's see, Andrea. Whoops.
Yeah, she
What
wants to know the cards. The cards, my favorite ones are this.
I am too, Allie.
Yeah, the Light Sears Tarot. I always use them. I had oh, and these cards too for
These are
laughter.
my favorite too.
Yeah, these are red rebel deck. The Oracle. This is for laughter. This is crazy stuff on there. Oh, I got those too. Hey, my God, look. Hey, look, nah, the same thing as. Oh,
And have you tried this deck yet, Ron?
yeah.
It's my
No.
next.
Oh,
It's
I
my
got this one.
next one.
Okay, I got this. I got the small one.
Well, this one,
The Writer's deck. Is that the Writer's deck?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. But this one, it doesn't have any borders, and with my intuitive reading,
Yeah.
for some reason with me, and you might check it out with your cards, for
Yeah.
some reason the ones without borders, like the light seers,
Yeah.
and these, I really receive. So it's like the borders box it in. I really, um I don't know, it's
Yeah.
like,
I know what you mean. I mean, the border. It seems that you can't get into the. I know what you
yeah.
mean. Okay. Look, this is one of my favorites. Also, let me see. The Secret
Let's see.
Language of Light.
Oh, I haven't seen that one.
Those are Oracle cards. Okay. I have
So,
another one. I got some more to share. This one. Whoops. The
oh, the
Archangel
Archangel. I haven't
Metatron.
seen those either.
uh,
The
I
diff
have another. I have another one. Okay, but the ones I showed at first were my favorites one. This is the Star Tarot
I haven't seen.
edition.
I Well, I think I've seen that. It's in my
Okay.
wish list thing on Amazon.
Okay.
But
Hey, one time when I first started reading tarot, I bought these friggin' cards. They're the keyword cards because I Celtic Tarot Sheila uses them.
yeah.
So see, so I bought them in Canada. It cost me $80. $80 to get these. And then I started using them, and I found this doesn't work for me. You know why? It blocked my intuition because I was depending on what's written, and I said I can't do this anymore. I got rid of them,
Yeah.
and I jumped into the light series with pictures, and those really work for me because I'm
Yeah.
more
That
intuitive than knowing the meaning of the cards. So I do it my way
um
anyway.
I've used the the my I've got some that are purple. But it was because of Celtic Tarot Sheila that I ordered them, and I used them. But that's the way me and you differ. I used
Okay.
them for a while, but until my intuition started kicking in about, on certain issues, on everything, it was like I taught myself how to get my intuition up. So then the cards were too restrictive at that point.
Mhm.
I couldn't. I was. I put them away because um, half the time I was saying something that wasn't on the card, and so I, but I started out with, learning the meanings. But you can read 10,000 um,
Yeah.
books on the tarot card meanings, and you get 10,000 answers. It's not, 10,000 different answers.
Yeah.
They're not, all exact, but it does kind of show you. That's what I say. The definitions are jumping point.
Yeah.
That's where you dive in from.
Because me, how I do my readings, I the person asks the question, then I get the feeling it comes up, then I pull cards, and what follows the cards I pull, it gives me how uh how would I say it, a picture of what the person is trying to ask, or the
Yeah.
reading.
The difference between oracle cards and tarot.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, first of all, the tarot has 78 cards,
Right.
and oracle cards can have any number from, I've seen them down to 20 all the way up to 108, as far as the deck size. And the tarot cards, um, they're basically, the, you can learn one deck and pick up any deck and do it. But with oracle cards, it's more like there are some of the oracle cards are insights. Some of the oracle cards are actually tell you actions to take. Some of the oracle cards
Yeah. Meaning.
um, are, things that they're almost like affirmations or something. I tell people, my clients, to take a picture of a card that had a very deep meaning to you, and set that picture on your phone as your lock screen, so that every time you pick the phone up to glance at the time, every time you pick the phone up to answer a call,
Mhm.
it it flashes through your brain. And that is, one of the ways to stay at a higher vibration,
Yeah.
is to keep reminding yourself in little ways, but repetitive, tiny bits of information delivered makes your subconscious sit up and take notice. Okay. Well, we've been on here for a while. Have I missed anybody's questions?
I don't know. Janet P said action steps I need to do to improve or handle the situation. I don't know if that's a question or.
Let's see, Janet B.
Uh,
When I'm looking for action items, I use oracle cards. Well, I mean, that's true. The tarot will tell you about the emotions that you feel toward anything, about the emotions that will happen. But a lot of times, you know, oracle cards are just a thing to do today. What to settle your brain on. Because I tell you what, there are there have been times in my life to where that I'm just like, what can I think about? What can I concentrate on? Because I have too much crap going on around me and I am going to explode. So those
Yeah, you
kind of
know.
things can be
Hey,
very
you got
helpful.
you got you got crap too. Oh wow, we all share crap.
Imagine that. Imagine
Imagine
that.
that. Hey, hello, Moonchild World. See, Moonchild World is here. She just came in to the chat.
Hello, Katie Moonchild's World.
Hello. Yeah, I got to go this way and that way. So, yeah.
Okay.
But you know, when you do this stuff, reading and that, you have to have fun also.
Yeah.
Because if you don't, I mean,
Yeah.
you get I get some heavy questions sometimes. Oh my! And
I
after that, I
know.
have to take a breather because it depends on the question. Depends.
Well, I think that's what is so great about when different people get together and read on
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
When somebody, you can be taking a breath after, it's like if somebody else reads
yeah,
on the question, then you're like, okay, you're preparing yourself. And then after you're done with it, that other person who's had a breather can take over and you can kind
yeah.
of
Relax.
rezone yourself,
Yeah,
recharge.
I love reading with other people. So it does me. I don't. I don't look at how many subscribers you got. I don't look at all this stuff. I don't look at and say, "Oh, this one's better and this one's better. This one's not." I I I tend to see everybody like this. You know,
Right.
it's all energy and we're all connected. Whether you like it or not, we're all connected. So you know, so
Well,
and it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun to read with others. At least I'm not talking to myself.
do uh, do we have any questions, or do you think we should just wind it up?
He says, wondering where you were, Allie. Oh,
Oh, she said she got disconnected. Bless her heart.
she's
Her
always
internet,
getting disconnected. Poor Allie.
her internet makes her crazy.
Yeah, me too. It
Yeah,
happened to me a couple of times too. So.
me
Hey,
too.
I was
Yeah.
on Miss Claire Weiss and I did half the show and I got disconnected, lost power.
Oh, that whenever I did Allie's show, I went and I don't remember how late I was, but I was late because it wouldn't nothing would connect to the internet. So finally I got my phone and
Yeah.
connected it and it's turned off because it's on the cellular system and my internet is my internet. So that I pay for besides that. So I just switched to the phone and got it.
Look, you're live with me and everything worked out. So,
Yay!
woo. Don't forget to hit the
Aw.
thumbs up, people. It helps everybody's channel.
Janet P says, I love the way everybody works together. Everyone works together.
Yeah.
I do too. I think that is the main reason why I decided to try this, to do this, is because it's not a dog eat dog, push somebody else off the cliff so you can stand at the summit kind of energy. It's just, come on, you help me, I'll help you. Let's go. I
Yeah.
mean, it's so good.
We're all needed, eh? More we are,
Yeah.
the more light is needed. The whole world needs us, whether you know it or not. The future,
Mhm.
there's a lot of people will be looking for us. I'm telling you, they're coming. It's coming. I can feel it. Just wait till this hump goes. Yeah, they'll be looking for us because people need to come together and heal each other and support each other with love. That's why I have more people here, like family member, spiritual family member, than I have my own family. So, so
Yeah, we're all a community of love for sure. Well,
yeah.
does anybody have any other questions? If they don't, because I know today I'm going to have to figure out what day I want to do this on because I mean, I know today actually there's like 8 different different people doing things and everything. So Wednesday is not a good day, and I don't want to
Well,
make anybody.
don't worry about what others are, because I've seen what I seen 4 lives before I came on. 4. I was on all of them. So, but I mean in the chat anyway. So,
Yeah.
because
Well,
honey,
oh, Katie, Moonchild's World. Oh,
you're all my family. I have no physical family. That's what I'm saying. You see?
I mean, well, honey, if you ever come up to Oklahoma, I'll get you some sweet tea and we'll have a session. we'll have a we'll have a party. I got sweet tea. I got you know if you like meatloaf, if you like spaghetti, we got you covered.
Anyway, these chats, these family, that's where I find my family. That's where I connect with my spiritual uh, souls that come in. We heal each other. We send love to each other. We support each other, whether everybody's going through some crap, no matter what. If you think I,
Really?
if you think I'm not, I don't have crap in my life, I do too. So
Well,
I don't
everybody
always talk about
does.
it, but sometimes
We
I leave it in the toilet. That's what
got
anyway.
Katie Moonchild's World. Uh, my daddy was born in Broken Bow, Oklahoma. I, I'm quite a ways from that, but I know where that is.
Okay. I don't. I've been to the States. I have family in the States, but they're in New Hampshire.
Yeah.
Ma-
Well, every
Manchester, New Hampshire. I have been there. I have been there since for a while.
well, I guess we'll wrap it up and everything. Would really like to do more of the past life readings because the ones I do for my clients are so lengthy. It's hard
Yeah.
to do. It's hard to make it fit YouTube. I mean, I'm just like completely. I don't, so I'll have to kind of juggle around with that, and we'll see what what we what we can do. But
Mhm.
thank you so much, Ron, for
Oh, you're
coming
welcome.
on,
You're
and
welcome. You're welcome.
I really appreciate it.
It's my pleasure. I just love people
And
anyway. I'm like that.
yeah, I can tell. If you have a love of your fellow man, it
Yeah.
kind of comes through, and
Yeah.
because I mean that's I just don't understand how you can go through life being a closed vessel, not letting anybody in, not, you know, I don't know.
I wanted to mention I've been sensitive, very sensitive since a child, and I thought it
Hmm.
was a weakness because
Yeah.
at that time men used to say, "Man says, yeah, you're crying all the time, yeah, rah, 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 rah," all this stuff, and I thought it was a weakness until I woke up and I said, that's not a weakness. That's a quality to be sensitive like that because you feel
Right.
everything. So
Nice.
except I had to
Well,
learn where's my energy is at, which is my energy, which is somebody else's energy, because I've been under attack a lot of times. People send me stuff, negative stuff, and I used to
right.
receive it. I wonder what the hell is happening to me. It wasn't my stuff; it was somebody else's. So
Well,
she
I
said,
just
"Big boys
wanted to,
don't cry." I'm from that generation too. Yeah, well,
yeah,
hey,
yeah.
you know what? I remember when the um, George Floyd. I saw that on TV. I was watching it, tears running down my eyes. My wife
My,
had to give me a box of Kleenex to wipe my. I
oh,
couldn't. And they repeat it, and I said, "Oh my God, I can't take it anymore. I couldn't. No,
yeah. I
it's
could
so
only
awful."
watch. I could only watch it so far. I couldn't.
Yeah, yeah.
I could. I was like sobbing into. I couldn't. I mean, you know, that's to me that was the it was the sight of someone being tortured,
Horror,
someone being
horror. It's
tortured.
horror. It's complete horror.
Yeah, it's so much more than horror. I mean, I was sick. I was crying. I couldn't do it.
But I
Couldn't do
remember
it.
when you guys, before 45 got into office, I saw that guy and I said, this guy is, I
Yeah,
can't. And I was talking to Milu with that. I didn't expect the US to vote him in, but I
I didn't
said,
either.
no, I know,
I
I
didn't either.
understand. But I mean, Canadians are, a lot of Canadians had a lot of friends and relatives in the States. So
Yeah, and I
I have
mean, and
I have relatives in the states.
Lynn,
Some I'm still friends with it, and some I'm not. And I'll tell you why. Because of that.
well, Lynn, it was we watched a murder horrific. Yeah, I
Mm.
watched a murder, but it was more than a murder. It was a torture. It was
Yes.
this
Yes.
wasn't walking up and pointing a gun at somebody and walking
No.
on. This was, he
Racial.
did that
Yeah.
specifically,
Yeah.
to him. He all of his rage and anger was centered on him, and it was horrible. Okay. Whew.
Okay. Hey, get out of this.
Ah,
You got to
can't
do
do
the
the.
boogie woogie now. Get rid
Yeah,
of that
do
stuff.
something. Oh.
So thank you for having me on, and it was a
Well,
pleasure.
I'm so glad you came, and I'm so sorry about last week. It was all
Ah,
messed up.
don't worry about
But
that. Things happen anyway. I understand. So, you know.
so, but I want to thank each and everybody who came
Yeah.
by in the
Thank you.
chat, and thank you so much. You don't know what it means to me to see people here. But
But it's time for you to shine your light. I'm telling you, it's time for you to shine your light. You have a bright light, Kathleen, and you need to shine it because people need to hear and see you. It's your time.
well, thank you, Ron. That kind of chokes me up.
Okay. Well, just let it all in, and you know, because you have a beautiful, amazing soul. You know.
you. Thank you very much. Well, everybody, please come back and see me again. I'm looking at Tuesdays and Thursdays. Those were the two days that didn't have as much on them. So I'm thinking about maybe Thursday. I don't know, around 5 or 6
I'm
o'clock.
giving. I'm hosting for intuitive circle practices, which I had with Debbie and Kim. I'm a
Hmm.
host on Thursday night for that. So,
Oh, okay,
and mine
okay,
is 7 p.m. Like it's about this time right now. I'd be on it for a couple hours. So that's why it's Thursday. I couldn't do it. I'm the
okay,
host of it. I'm a host
okay.
because we do practices together.
Uh huh.
but it's not only me, but somebody else does a practice on Sunday, and I do my practice on Thursday night. So I'm the
Okay.
host, so I can't just say,
Right.
I'm not going to be there. I have to be there. So
Right. Well,
I got
I'll
about 6 or 7 people on there with me. So
okay. Well, I might be thinking about Wednesday then. I mean,
that's
Tuesday
why I
then.
said Wednesday. So anyway,
Okay. Well,
thank you
we
all.
we bye. Be good. Mwah!
Love ya. Love ya. Big hugs.